Alright guys, it's me the TYCOON coming back to you with another review, and this is of Batman Cape Crusader. It's on Amazon Prime. It was released on the 1st of August and I've recently finished watching the last episode, so I'm doing my review on it. So here we go. This series, I would strongly recommend that you watch it, for whatever reason that you feel. Yes, the series has been marred in controversy from its inception, its creation, losing HBO Max as the original studio back in 2022 to now be on Amazon Prime, as well as the other controversies that go behind this. So what are those other controversies? A gender-swapped Penguin, race-swapped Harley Quinn, race and unambiguous characters in terms of their race, like Jim Gordon. But it's kind of weird because when you get over that, the story, the voice acting, all of that comes together and it works extremely well. Why is that? Well, it's taking a different approach. It's a noir approach. And I believe that they've done this in terms of a reboot, following for stories from the 1940s to the 1960s, and you see that reflected in the cars, the Tommy guns, even Batman. It's in his early days, and as it's a noir type style, it's Batman being a detective. He's not full of gadgets or anything like that. He's not as resourceful. He makes mistakes, and they've shown that in the series. You also get a great contrast between the characters, all of them that will have a public persona like Bruce Wayne, Dr. Harley Quinzel, versus their private personas such as Batman and Harley Quinn and some, Harvey Dent, who's and again, the voice acting is brilliant. Why? Because it's so difficult to replace a Batman of a generation who was Kevin Conroy. But Hamish Linkler done a really good job. Funny enough, Harvey Dent is actually voiced by Deirdre Bader. I think that's how you pronounce his surname. I've never asked, but I've always thought it was Bader because it's spelled B-A-D-E-R. Now, he was Batman's voice on The Brave and the Bold. So, now he's playing Harvey Dent. And he does extremely well as Harvey Dent. Suave, sophisticated, but there are elements which he's hiding deep down within, and they come out as he becomes Two-Face. And this is the great thing about this series, is that it's very episodic. Each and every episode focuses on the character. First episode is Penguin, second episode is Harley, Catwoman, and so on and so forth. But at the end, there's always a thread going along in each and every episode, which is, it can be one bad day that leads to a person's downfall. And how does the Batman cope with this? Especially when this revolves around his loved ones and friends, which is why he tries to stay aloof and stay back from it all. But it is quite difficult, so it's really well done as a series. It is grim, it is gritty, there's no denying it. And with the guest voices from Christina Ricci, Mimi Driver, and Toby Stevens, they all do their part and bring each character to life. So this is wonderfully done. The animation style is dark, it is grim, and again, it's focusing on Batman's early days, hence why you don't see as many gadgets which are coming in. It's detective work. You're seeing the mind of Bruce Wayne really come together and solving mysteries while getting things wrong. That's the other thing as well, because it shows that he's a human. Even his suit, he knows that if he gets shot, he can get hurt. If he gets hit on the back, he does get hurt. And they show that, But he is full of wits because of how he deals with many different styles, would be the best way of putting it. Styles of villains, whether it's your typical henchman with Tommy guns, or whether it is supernatural villains. He's really, really, resourceful would be the best way of putting it. And this series does do a lot to drive things forward. The stories in each and every episode, you get lost into it because Batman isn't the main focus a lot of the time. What he is, he's given equal screen time would be the best way of putting it compared to some of the other characters. And you see the relationships develop, like Montoya's relationship, and you see her becoming going up the ranks would be the best way of putting it. Jim Gordon, his skepticism changes to, right, we actually do have an ally, and that relationship between him and Batman, you see that develop, especially in the Firefly episode, or Fire Guy. You see Bullock, a bit more dangerous. He's not the Bullock that you want to mess with. Yes, he still has comedy relief, but the reality is, yeah, you don't want to get too close to this guy. And Flash as well, really well done. You know, because these guys make themselves out to be the heroes in many ways because of where they stand. But really, what they are is the villains. The corruption right throughout Gotham City is from top to bottom. Corruption is really bad within Gotham City. And, the criminals' activities have not been cleaned up yet because of the corruption. And this is where the the common thread goes right through, because it deals with one main gangster who doesn't get caught in the beginning. He's, consolidating his areas, so on and so forth. And it's really well done. Beautifully well done. You get certain Easter eggs in this as well, where different Batman legacy characters like Scarecrow are talked about, so not ignored. And you do see the Joker for a little bit right at the end, because you're expecting the Joker in one of these episodes. No, they done this in a different way, and the way how they done this is because of the producers. Producers are Bruce Timms from the original Batman animated series of the 90s, J.J. Abrams, and of course Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman Robert Pattinson one. And of course, the Joker was in the Batman as a deleted scene, and you see that element come in for the very last episode. Characters do die and stay dead. That's the other thing as well. Taking this inspiration from storylines from the 40s to the 60s, you've got a really good animated series here. Like I said before, I'm not one of these guys who knows first act, second act, the technicalities. Oh, that camera shot looks really good. I'm not into all that. If it's good, it's good. You enjoy it, you enjoy it. If the wokeness has creeped into the point whereby it kills the story, I'm against that. And it didn't. None of it. It all gelled so well. And this is where you've got, credit is where credit is due. Ignore any, if you're into that whole stuff, and if that defines how well a show is for you, then, I think you're looking for that kind of controversy. But if you're going in there with an open mind and you're going in and watching it, and you feel that, okay, it's a little bit woke, but you know what? It hasn't killed the story. It hasn't killed the action. It's kept me entertained. In some ways, it's actually given me a slightly different way of looking at things. You are going to enjoy this series. So definitely. But as always, it's down to you. So I strongly would recommend that you watch it. Yeah. And whatever streaming platform you're watching this on, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, give me a like, give me a comment, follow, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, if you don't know how to do that, then you need to go back to school. So says the TYCOON.